They ask you to do end cap. That also means air brake, right?
Correct.
Cannot do one without the other. What's the first thing I do when I sit down?
The seatbelt on.
Thank you. I put my seatbelt on. Then, if I'm going to perform a safe start, what I do, I
just
check,
on the
track the bus parking brake is on. The bus is in neutral. All right? I cover the brake. I turn the key one click to the right. I just want to show to the inspector that this bus is not going to move. All right? That's why you're showing them that the parking brake is on and that you're in neutral.
Should I call it?
The way I'm telling you to do it is
Okay.
how you do it.
All right.
Parking brake is on, bus is in neutral, foot is covering the brake. Turn the key to the electrical position. Inspector, I'm checking for any ABS lights, any check engine lights, any type of warning light, right? I don't see any, so we're good. Now I start the engine. Before I start the brake test, I make sure I do what?
Build the pressure.
That's right. Build up air pressure to about 120 PSI. And accelerate lightly. Don't go more than 15 RPM. But cannot forget what I'm doing. That's why I'm stressing this. I'm emphasizing this in this damn video. You guys go there and do the wrong thing. This way you can see everything. And I'll even cut on the inside. Now if you happen to be in a bus and that air pressure gauge doesn't move, what do?
You step on the brake.
That's right, you press the brake firmly. Like this. Then really start. Sometimes you have an airlock in the line. Once you do that, you free the lock. Alright? Now the line, now it's moving. So you don't go there and forget little things like that.
Yeah. A lot of little details, you know.
No, the thing you guys keep forgetting is the main thing. Y'all keep forgetting to turn that key. Y'all keep forgetting to release that damn parking brake. And it's right there in the beginning of the video. Inspector, I'm at my maximum air pressure. You just heard the psst, right? Now I turn the key off, right? Now it's time to do the first brake test, which is checking for air leaks. What do I do with this key?
You leave it on the on position.
I turn it to the on position.
You turn it to the on
Right
position.
now it's off. Boom, right? Then I put my foot on the brake, and what do I do with this?
You press the brake.
What do I do with this?
So release the brake.
Thank you. Hold the brake firmly and release. Inspector, I'm checking for what? What's
Air
the
leaks.
That's right. I'm going to hold the brakes for 1 minute. After my initial air loss, I cannot lose more than how many pounds of air in a minute?
3.
Thank you. So you tell them where you're at. Inspector, I'm at about 115 or about 116 PSI. You hold the brakes for a whole minute, then you recheck. Okay, let's say a minute goes by. I check my gauge. Inspector, I did not lose more than 3 PSI in a minute. I have no air leaks. Second brake test, I'm going to test my low air pressure warning signals. Low air pressure warning signals come on around when?
60 psi.
60 to what?
40 to 60 psi.
All right, no problem. So I'm going to pump the brakes. 3 things should happen. Wig, wag, buzzer, and light at around 60 PSI. Pump. Wig, wag, fell. Lights came on and buzzer. Inspector, my low air pressure warning signals are working at approximately 60 PSI. I'm going to now do my next brake test, which is the what? Spring brake test.
Spring brake.
I'm going to pump my brakes until the parking brake pops up. What PSI should this happen at?
20.
20 to what? You got to give me a
20
range.
to 40. I mean 10 to 20. No?
You're guessing, guy. Look in the book, but the book will tell you 40 to 20 because it's going down. Look in the book tonight, all right? I don't
Okay.
want you guys playing guessing games. Look in the book. See what it tells you about the bus, not the truck, not the tractor, for the spring brakes. I don't want you people guessing. I pump the brakes till this pops up. Make sure you know the proper numbers. People guessing. Inspector, my spring brakes are working. Once that pops, you do your safe start again. Parking brake is on, bus is in neutral. Foot is covering the brake, start the engine. Alright, now remember, while all this has happened, that's when you will be doing your in-cab inspection. Alright, we're not going to do the in-cab. You did the in-cab surprisingly well. This is what you keep fucking up on. You cannot fuck up on the beginning. If you forget to turn that key and release that parking brake, you did not do that brake test properly. Because remember, how can the spring brake pop if you don't push it in? Right? It's got to be in so it can come out. All right. Remember, once you get done with the end cab, you make sure by the time you come back from there, the air pressure will be high. You put up that wig wag. The wig wag does not go up by itself. You normally don't want to put it up to about 120 psi. You can put it up too low, and it'll just keep falling. So you want to make sure the air pressure is decent. All right, the end cab was surprisingly good. A few things you forgot. You forgot the seatbelt, and you forgot the floor is clear, rubber's good. Once I reminded you, you jumped on it and you said the right thing.
The right thing, yeah.
The inspector's not there to help you. You did all that right. Left indicator working, right indicator working, hazard light indicator working, high beam indicator working. You did all that right. So I'm not going to jump on your case. All right. We're over 90 psi. I look to see where the arrow is. It's this way, so I put it up. If the inspector asks you, are you done with the in-cab? What do you say?
Not yet.
Why?
Because I still got 2 more brake tests to do.
What are they?
The service brake and
You got to give me them in the proper order, sir.
the parking brake and service brake.
Thank you. If you don't do that shit right, you're going down. And watch how I do the parking brake. You're still tripping over it. All right, inspect that my maximum air pressure. All right, before you do the last 2 brake tests, make sure if the door is open, you close it by now. We rag up, seatbelt on everything. All right, parking brake test. Simple. First, you put your foot on the brake. You gotta hold the vehicle still, right?
Okay.
It shouldn't move anyway because the brakes are on. But this is just a backup. You hold the brakes, you put it in drive. What do I do now?
Now you give it 2 taps on
Two taps.
on the gas.
Where does my foot go? Back to the brake.
brake.
Inspect that. My parking brake is working. Now I'm gonna test my service brake. I release my parking brake. I look around, drive about 10 feet, don't stop on the brake, smoothly. Inspector, my service brake is working and my bus did not pull left or right. Inspector, I will rebuild my air pressure. Brakes, neutral. You make sure you build it back up. Because when you do the parking brake, service brake, you're gonna lose air. You must make sure you build it back up. Do not try that inspector crazy tomorrow, for real. Remember, put all your notes together. Inspector, my air pressure's at the max. I'm ready to begin the road test. All right.
No, okay.